Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I'm the style coach. We're back today with another colour analysis video. I know that you love it so much, and a lot of you have been getting in contact with me asking for your own either online or in-person consultations, which is wonderful. I wanted to also highlight that I do more than colour analysis. I do body shape consultations, style personality, wardrobe edits, all of which can be done online as well. If you have questions about any of my services, please have a look at the frequently asked questions page on my website, which I've linked below. And if you like the video, please go ahead and give the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll get started with today's video. Hi there, we're back with another in-person colour consultation today with Amanda. Thanks for being here, Amanda. So as you can see, Amanda's got her white cape on, hair is covered for a complete blank canvas for this part of the consultation because we're focusing in on the skin. So Amanda, I'm going to be showing you some colours, and the main focus here is cool colours versus warm colours and the impact that they have on your skin. And just to show you the graph here, what we're looking for is we're looking at your undertone, whether you're a cool undertone or warm undertone. If it's the case that you've got cool undertones, you'll be a winter or a summer. If you're a warm undertone, you'll be a spring or an autumn. That's our starting point. So the tricky thing here is to kind of take your preference for colours out of the equation. So I might show you a colour that you think I would never wear it. Don't worry about that. We're just looking at the impact of the cool or warm against your skin. That's all. So what we are looking for is fresh, bright, glowing skin. What we don't want is tired, dull looking skin, obviously, okay, which can happen when we wear the wrong colour. Okay, Amanda, we'll start with these couple of colours here. So we're starting with salmon, which is our warmer colour, and then underneath we've got this cool orchid pink. Okay, so just notice what you notice. You may not notice anything, and we'll just, if you want to see it again, just let me know. You can see it as many times as you like.
It's hard to know, actually.
Yeah, and you know, we don't have to make any decisions just yet. Okay, I have a preference, but I won't say anything just yet. Okay. We've got a brown, and remember to take your preference for the colour out of it and just focus in on the skin.
Okay. Hard to know.
That one's fairly close, and it could be the case that, you know, we arrive at the conclusion that you can be kind of not all the way cool or all the way warm, but more in a neutral space, but leaning ever so slightly one way or the other.
Okay.
And you know, we can determine that later, but you know, that's quite a close call, I would say, but I see definitely a difference in the other two colours that we saw.
Okay.
You were both quite well.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So is there a preference there for white or a kind of an off-white, like a cream?
No.
I think there's a slight, a brighter look to the skin with the white.
And the cream is a little bit kind of...
Little it takes away from that brightness, I think. Little bit.
Okay.
And then just a freshness here with the skin.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And by the way, that's what I saw in
the
orchid versus the salmon colour.
Okay.
I saw the brightness in the skin with the orchid.
Pink.
Yeah, the pink, exactly. Not bad.
Yeah. And then, like you can see the kind of, it's making my skin look brighter, I think, definitely.
Yeah, there's definitely a brightness there.
And it's funny, I wouldn't normally go for pinks and things.
Okay.
Like, I like them mixed in with colours rather than just
a
pink on their own.
Right, okay, yeah. And again, you know, this may not be the best pink for you because we're not really focusing on whether it's pink or orange or anything like that, but whether it's cool or warm. Let's try a couple of greens. Got a yellow green, which is the warmer one. And the emerald green.
I like the emerald.
Yeah. It's that freshness again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's kind of a little bit of yellowness coming out in the skin here, whereas that kind of disappears and it gets really nice, fresh complexion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Terracotta, the warm colour, versus the fuchsia.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think definitely that over the terracotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a colour I'd
No.
try to put on you, whereas that looks quite nice, doesn't it?
That's lovely.
Very, very nice. Warm tomato red versus a blue red.
Oh, I think the blue red actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Blue red, definitely. Okay, so let's just see what the metallic drapes look like on you. So silver would look best on a cool tone person. Gold would look best on a warm tone person.
Okay.
Or a warm undertone, I should say. Okay, so there's the silver versus the gold.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's brighter, but I love silver. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. So bright and muted are different qualities that we will look in colour. So at the moment we kind of want to focus in on the temperature.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
It does something different to the skin.
It does.
But is it?
And exactly, is it
is
better?
It the right thing? Yeah.
So for me, I see the clarity in the skin, even complexion here. And I think we lose that
with this
a little bit with this.
Yeah.
The tones just become uneven a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so I think,
Yeah. And I would gravitate towards silver over gold.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay. And is that just a preference, or is it because you feel like it looks better on your skin?
I think it looks better on my skin.
Yeah. Okay. Looking back at the graph here, so it looks like we're moving in the cool undertone direction. The next question we have is, well, can you handle the high intensity colours, or can you handle the lower intensity colours of summer? Okay. That's what we're going to look at next, and you'll be glad to know you can take off your hairnet for this one. Okay, Amanda, we're going to take a look at some brighter colours of winter and softer colours of summer. This time we're kind of focusing in on, do the colours match your intensity and your features, or do they overpower you a little bit? And kind of, you know, when you meet somebody, you're kind of looking at the colour first rather than their face, which we don't want that to happen. We just want harmony, a nice kind of flow between you and the colours. So we've got a softer burgundy here. And by the way, these are all cool, so they're going to work for you in some capacity. The difference is now the intensity of the colour. And we've got that blue red again.
Both work, absolutely, like you
say.
They
both work.
It's kind of hard to choose between them.
Yeah. Let me put them, sometimes it works as a backdrop and we can kind of get a better idea. So imagine you were getting like a photograph and you had a background. The background should kind of complement you, and
yeah, so the first one,
you think the first one's better?
It's hard to tell, like they both work as you say.
Yeah.
But
this is where we get into the real nuances of colour, like.
Yeah. But that one, I like that one actually.
This is my preference.
Yeah. Now that I've kind of cleared my mind, and that works.
I think so. I think, of course this is fine.
Yeah. But this is better.
But like we want kind of you to be in focus and kind of the colour to bring that out, whereas this is okay, but now you're like, it feels like it's matching you.
Yeah.
Matching the intensity.
Yeah. I like that.
And if for anybody that's wondering, Amanda's hair is natural colour. So just in case you're thinking, well, that's why it's working, because sometimes hair colour can influence, but in this case it's your natural hair colour and it's working beautifully. Yeah. If your hair colour actually kind of stands out more with the stronger colour than it does here.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and that's lovely when you see that kind of...
That's gorgeous. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, really nice. Okay, pastel pink versus fuchsia.
I like the fuchsia.
I do too. And this was one we saw on you earlier versus the orange.
Yeah.
And we liked that. You were like, ooh, I
yeah.
really like that. So yeah, I think so as well. This is just not enough.
No, it's not punchy enough.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it as well. Whereas this feels nice. Okay. This emerald green versus a mint green.
Oh, emerald, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But
again, I think it's punchier, you know, and with the hair, I think it's...
And it doesn't feel like it's stealing attention or anything from you. It just feels a good match.
Yeah.
I totally agree. The mint wasn't bad on you, but that's quite a vivid mint as well. So, okay, and then we've got hot turquoise versus a softer blue-grey.
It's funny because I'd lean towards the grey, but that works. If you do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
Because maybe that's just me, you know, always not wanting to wear bright colours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's maybe a confidence thing, or you know,
sure,
it could be, or it's just like, oh, they'll see me coming.
yeah. But this really, I don't think does you justice. Your features.
It's kind of drowning everything out a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas this is lovely. I would have jewellery this colour.
Oh, okay.
And I love wearing jewellery this colour. So,
and you know what? Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go full on this coloured top on you or, you know, a coat. It could be little doses of it.
Yeah, exactly. So little introductions of things. Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that on you. That's a tricky one to wear. That's quite bright. That's probably the brightest colour we've seen of them. Going back to the graph again, Amanda. So we said that the cool colours work for you. And now we're looking at higher intensity colours, which means that we're in the winter category. That's only part of the story though, because...
oh my goodness.
Within winter, we've got 3 sub-seasons. One is cool winter, which is the very coolest of all the winter. So lots of blue undertones there, but it's also out of the high intensity colours, it's the softest of them because it's bordering summer, moving into that softer season. The next one is dark winter. Lots of black in these colours, making them shades of colours. So there's quite a lot of depth here, very rich colours. And then finally we've got bright winter, which is the brightest of all the seasons we're going to see. The temperature here is not so important. Okay, you're still cool, but it's not going to be the dominant feature here.
Okay.
There's some theories that say that, you know, if you're blonde, then you can't possibly be a winter. I don't agree with that because you can still have quite intense features that bring you into that winter category, as we've just seen, because we saw those bright colours behind you and they just kind of lit you up, you know, rather than the softer colours.
Yeah.
So I think we've busted that myth. All right, Amanda, so we're going to take a look at 3 winter palettes. We've got this lovely clear pink, a grey, true red. That's quite nice on you.
Green.
Nice true green. That hot turquoise again.
I like the red, the green, and this. And I did like the pink actually, but not the grey.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense because that charcoal grey, while it's still a clear colour, there was obviously clearly more depth in it. It was moving towards black. So we could, you know, rule that out of that palette and just say, okay, actually we like that palette.
Yeah.
How would we rate that out of 10?
Probably 9.
Oh, okay. So that's the one to beat. Can we get a 10?
Well, yeah.
All right. So black. the navy, a deep purple, and a pine green.
I like the purple and the green, but that's because I like them outside of here, if you know.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure they're actually bringing too much to me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So how would we rate this palette?
7.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. So we still need to beat the bright. And finally we have got Cool Winter. So there's a few colours here that we saw on you already. So this blue red. The fuchsia. White. Cool green. And a lemon yellow.
I think this is a 10, but I'm not sure about the yellow.
Sure. Okay.
I like all the other ones, the fuchsia and the green. And
yeah, they're nice. All right. Okay, so this is the 10. Okay. Yeah, I can see that we're very close in those two palettes. But what we want to do now is, in order for us to confirm if you are either the Cool Winter or the Bright Winter, we need to see if you can also wear the sister seasons of that. So Cool Winter would be a sister season of Cool Summer. So we'll try a few of those on you. And Bright Spring is a sister season of Bright Winter. So we'll try a few Bright Spring on you.
Okay.
And we'll see then which way we're leaning. Okay, so we'll just compare the two reds that we saw from Bright Winter and Cool Winter. Okay, so this is the light clear red. So this is going to be more neutral in its temperature, and it's slightly lighter and brighter. So it's the sister season of Bright Spring. Whereas the cooler Winter, a little bit more depth in here and definitely more blue undertones. For me, this is my preference because just a touch more on the lighter side, because you have lighter features. For me, this one is starting to feel just a little bit heavy. Yeah. A little bit heavy. But we will confirm with looking at Cool Summer versus Bright Spring.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's a mouthful.
I know. Okay, Manja, so we've got some Cool Summer colours here for you. So these are going to be all pretty blue undertones, and also just a touch on the more delicate side compared to Cool Winter. They're more intense, but very close. So we've got that orchid again that we saw earlier. A light blue red. A raspberry.
I like the raspberry.
Yeah.
And
plum.
Plum.
And a light blue
I'm
green.
leaning towards the earlier side of, you know, the raspberry and
okay, yeah.
But that's not necessary, like that's lovely, but does it work?
Raspberry is lovely.
Yeah.
And to be honest, raspberry is quite a universal colour.
Oh, okay. Not the right answer.
Raspberry works quite well for a lot of people.
Okay.
So maybe we should just take that out of the equation.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we've got a light blue red. And going back to orchid.
I like the light blue red as well. The orchid, it does work, but is it too kind of...
It's too soft, I think. It's not matching your features. It's leaning, and that's where, you know, summer starts to get more delicate in its intensity.
Yeah.
The more intense colours work better for you out of that palette, which tells us, you know, that we're still leaning in a more intense direction.
Okay.
But let's compare it to Bright Spring.
Okay.
So these are our Bright Spring colours. So again, quite intense in their chroma, as we say, and the temperature not so important here, but they are a touch on the warmer side. Okay, so we've got a light clear pink, a bright periwinkle, clear warm red. Ooh.
I think the first couple worked.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, it's growing on me.
Yeah. I quite like that palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a mix of cool winter and cool summer, mix them in together. We'll put them on you, see what we think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the same and mix in bright winter and bright spring together, put them on you. Let's see what we think.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amanda, I'm going to show you a mixture of the cool winter, cool summer and see what we think. And then we're going to show you the bright winter, bright spring. Okay.
Wow.
How do you feel about these?
I like them.
It's a fun palette.
It is, definitely. There's lots to kind of work with there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the bright colours on you.
Oops. Again, quite fun.
I have a preference.
I'm sure you do.
I definitely have a preference, and it's for this one.
Yeah, okay.
Simply because there's the difference in these palettes is that there's going to be a lot more, well, there's more depth in the other palettes. You're going to see some darker colours, whereas here because you're crossing over into spring, which is a lighter season, you're going to get those lighter colours as well.
Yeah, okay.
And with your light features, I think it just works better. If we remove this, and I'll put the other one back on you now, but you see how much darker this one is compared to the other one. So once again, the bright colours on you.
Yeah, they're lovely. Yeah. I like them.
Yeah. Not all at once.
Not all at once. No, like a rainbow.
Yeah, but small doses.
Yeah,
I think can work really nicely.
Like as you say, jewellery or like a t-shirt under a jacket.
Yeah,
again, you know, like a pop of colour.
There you go. Yeah, it doesn't, like, you know, just because you have a bright palette, it doesn't mean you've got to go all out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So here's just a small selection of those brighter colours that you can wear if we look at them individually. And again, you know, start off with the small doses. The green is lovely. Pink. That pink is lovely on you.
Yeah, I like it. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can borrow from Bright Spring as well that we saw because you share that dominant characteristic of bright. You can easily borrow from that as well. Actually, I need to show you what you need to avoid as well.
Yes, yeah.
Soft autumn.
Yeah.
So lots of these kind of earthy, soft khaki colours.
Okay.
Okay.
That's funny because I like all of those when it comes to autumn. Like, you know, but I
at that time of year.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I like them on other people and stuff, but I wouldn't wear them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have those kind of things in my wardrobe.
Yes,
you
well,
know?
that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of people do that when autumn comes around. That's what you're shown in the shops.
Yes.
It's these kind of colours.
Yeah, so you're influenced
exactly
to kind of like, oh yeah, I must buy that because it is autumn, but it doesn't necessarily suit you.
Exactly.
You know?
There you go. So you've hit the nail on the head there. That's what a lot of people will do is like, oh, it's spring, summer, let me wear pastels and all of these, and they may not work for you. Yeah. Likewise, when it comes to autumn, people are buying mustards and all these kind of rust reds, and they may not work for you.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of find the colours, and it can be more tricky at different times of the year to find your colours.
Yeah.
But yeah, try not to deviate or be tempted into
Yeah.
the soft autumn colours when the time comes. So Amanda, let's do a little bit of a recap of what we've seen today.
Because there's a lot to take in, Sarah.
There is an awful lot. So the first thing we did was look at cool versus warm colours. So we decided that the warm colours weren't quite right, whereas the cool brought a lovely freshness to the skin. Really nice. Do you see the difference?
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you're kind of like neutral cool. You're not fully cool, so you can borrow, but the cool is definitely better.
I like that.
Yeah, really nice. Okay. The next thing we looked at was whether you could tolerate the brighter colours or the softer colours, both of which were cool. Soft colours versus bright colours. And you could definitely tolerate the brighter colours.
Yeah.
You have that intensity in your features. This, okay, but not enough. Not enough. These ones much better. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so that meant that you are not a summer. Yes, there's some cool colours here that could work for you, but really it's a palette that is too soft, too light, not intense enough for you. So we're not a summer. Spring. Not bad, your sister season.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can tolerate the brighter colours and the colours that are not fully warm, but just kind of quite neutral. So a lot of these blues you could work very well with. You know, these kind of periwinkle colours are really nice. The reds, maybe not the yellows or the oranges. They're too warm for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and too light down here possibly.
Yeah.
But a lot of those working okay for you. Not an autumn.
No.
Too soft, too warm.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one to avoid. And so we arrived at a cool and bright colour palette of winter. So the brighter colours work really well for the intensity in your features. You're not fully cool, you can cross over into spring, but overall this is a palette that works very well for you.
Lovely.
Okay, and just to touch on contrast analysis, can you tolerate high or low contrast when it comes to your patterns? So we've got low contrast versus high contrast.
Wow.
Probably a little bit too much because you haven't got the contrast in your features. You have the intensity, but not the contrast. So probably, maybe not as low as this, but maybe like a navy and white could be nice.
I like stripes. It's funny, but I'm not sure that they like me, you know, that kind of way.
Yeah. I would be going for possibly a navy and white or navy on a lighter blue or something to give it a medium intensity rather than this. This is too much.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to reveal it behind you so you can see the colours.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel about this palette?
It's lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot to work with. And
Oh, an awful lot to work with. Yeah. So what I'll do is we'll sign off on the camera and I'll talk Amanda through her colour palette. And thank you very much for watching and I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.